In the midst of World War I in 1917, Corporal Schofield and Blake are abruptly awakened by a surgeon's urgent summons. They are tasked with choosing a fellow soldier and reporting to a superior officer without hesitation. Blake selects Schofield, and together they embark on a harrowing journey through the trenches, questioning the purpose of their mission. Driven by the hope of returning home by Christmas and Harper's optimism, they reach General Aaron Moore's quarters. There, they are entrusted with a critical mission, delivering a vital message to Colonel Mackenzie, who is relentlessly pursuing retreating enemy forces. General Moore reveals a grim truth: the British troops are falling into a German trap, and a devastating defeat awaits them. Blake's personal connection, his brother among the troops about to be ambushed, makes him the chosen one for this perilous undertaking. Driven by determination to save his brother, Blake accepts the mission, fully aware of its life-threatening risks. Schofield and Blake waste no time and begin their journey through a treacherous network of trenches. Along the way, they encounter Lieutenant Leslie, who provides essential guidance and directions for navigating the former German territory. Leslie equips them with a flare gun to signal their success if they complete their mission. Their path is fraught with challenges: desolate battlefields, tangled barbed wire, and haunting scenes of fallen soldiers. Schofield sustains a severe injury to his hand in the sharp wire but soldiers on despite the pain. Continuing their journey, they seek refuge in a massive crater strewn with lifeless bodies and infested with rats. Undaunted, they persist in their advance toward the German trenches. Suddenly, the roar of planes fills the air, prompting them to take cover. In a hushed tone, Schofield instructs Blake to remain perfectly still. When the planes eventually pass, they make a startling revelation: the aircraft were their own, not enemy planes. As they stealthily advance, they pass by the remnants of a shattered tank. They finally reach the abandoned German trenches, a grim and lifeless place. Inside the underground German barracks, Blake and Schofield are met with eerie emptiness and a rat infestation. Their cautious exploration is interrupted when a rat triggers a tripwire, causing a massive explosion that engulfs them. Schofield is buried under rubble, but Blake revives him and saves him from the collapsing barracks. As they emerge from the wreckage, Schofield confronts Blake about why he chose him for this dangerous mission. Blake admits he thought it was a simple food run and didn't anticipate the true nature of the mission. In frustration, Blake fires the flare gun, signaling their survival and progress. Undeterred by their near-death experience, they continue their journey and stumble upon a tranquil green area. Schofield optimistically suggests they might receive medals for their heroic actions, prompting Blake to mention Schofield's previous lost medal. Schofield reveals that he exchanged it intentionally, expressing his discontent with leaving the war without closure. As they continue their journey, they come across cherry blossoms, reminding Blake of his mother's orchard and the cherries he and his brother used to pick together. They also discover an abandoned house in a field, empty except for a crow and fresh milk. Schofield fills his canteen with milk while they witness a dogfight between British and German planes, ending with a German plane crashing near them. In the aftermath, the German pilot viciously stabs Blake, prompting Schofield to shoot and kill the pilot. Blake's condition rapidly deteriorates, and he begins to bleed profusely. In his final moments, Blake implores Schofield to write to his mother, assuring her he wasn't afraid. Schofield promises to fulfill this request before Blake passes away. Shortly after, more British soldiers arrive, including Captain Smith, who informs Schofield that they can accompany him part of the way to his destination. Captain Smith advises Schofield not to dwell on the loss of his friend. Schofield rides in a truck with spirited soldiers until it gets stuck in the mud. He leads them in pushing the vehicle free. Upon reaching a river, Schofield finds himself under enemy gunfire but manages to sprint into a building where a fierce firefight ensues. He kills the German soldier but is knocked unconscious by a bullet striking his helmet. When he regains consciousness, Schofield finds himself in a burning town and navigates through chaos. Suddenly a vigilant German soldier spots him. Schofield evades gunfire as he swiftly moves. He then seeks refuge in a building where he encounters a frightened woman named Laurie. He communicates with her in French, tends to his wounds, and shares some milk with her baby. Reluctantly, he leaves to continue his mission. Returning to the intense firefight, Schofield fights, kills, and flees to survive. He eventually takes a daring leap off a cliff into a river, struggling to stay afloat and escape danger. Upon reaching solid ground, he breaks into sobs, reflecting on the toll the harrowing journey has taken. Schofield presses on until he hears singing and discovers a group of soldiers. They confirm they are the 2nd Battalion and inform him that they are following the larger group. He hurries through the trenches to warn them, but it's too late. The battle has begun. Realizing the urgency, Schofield veers off into the trenches, running sideways across the active battlefield. Schofield maneuvers through the chaos of soldiers as the second wave charges forward, deftly dodging explosions and encountering a few comrades along the way. Despite the hurdles, he persists and eventually reaches Colonel Mackenzie in a dugout, battered but determined. Colonel Mackenzie, who initially dismisses his pleas, reads the letter and orders his men to stand down. Schofield then breathes a sigh of relief, finally having completed the mission and prevented further casualties, hopefully including Blake's brother, by halting the second wave. Major Hepburn then informs Schofield that Joseph Blake, Tom Blake's brother, has already gone over with his men in the first wave. Hepburn advises Schofield to check the medical clearing station if he aims to locate him, cautioning that there's a chance Blake didn't return from the mission. Schofield diligently scours the medical tents and eventually locates Joseph Blake. Gathering his resolve, he gently imparts the heartbreaking news of his brother's untimely demise, reassuring Joseph that it was swift. Schofield presents Blake's brother with some belongings and fondly reminisces about Tom, highlighting his kindness through funny anecdotes and praising his bravery for saving his life. Expressing the weight of Tom's dying wish, Schofield requests to write to their mother on Tom's behalf, vowing to honor his final wish. They exchange a firm handshake, and Schofield seeks solace under a nearby tree. Retrieving a cherished photo of his wife and children, he contemplates the arduous journey and the profound sacrifices that were made along the way. And there you have it, the encapsulation of 1917. If you enjoyed this recap, stay connected for more captivating narratives. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a like to support our channel. Your engagement is truly appreciated. Thanks for watching. And remember, stay level-headed.